So we're out here again. I'm continuing work on building the new foundry, the larger foundry. As you can see, the inside's done. I got to get the bottom of that bucket out. I left it in there too long. I think we had like little kid intervention, and by the time I got back out here, it was pretty much cemented in. So I ended up cutting the bucket out for the top part, and then the rest, it's really stuck in there. I'll have to get in there and strong arm it out with a pair of pliers. But anyway, I'm creating the inlet right now for the pipe to go into. So that's really like more like a 3x3. I didn't actually measure it out. I kind of eyed it with a pipe somewhat going in. So I'm using a Dremel with a metal, those cheapy metal blades. So you go through a couple of them, but they come in like those 10 packs or whatever. They're pretty cheap. So I've got two cut, this line cut, this line cut, and I'm working on this one now, and I'll get that one just to get that piece off. And then I'll come in with a hole drilling bit, which I'll show later. Okay, so last time I made one of these, I used this hole drill bit, but I lost the connection piece, so I had to run to Home Depot and I was just going to get that piece, but I saw this. And this one looked a lot nicer. So I got this set as well. These are the more cheapy ones. Oh, hold on. I have a fire disaster. Anyway, I'm going to I got the metal off here on the outside. So now I'll use those hole bits to drill down straight through. And it'll provide the pipe access coming in right about here. So it'll come in this way. I'll show you in a minute. Let me put this back. Alright, it's cold here today, so I'm getting rid of some old fencing too as I go and heating myself at the same time. Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. So we're through. Now I gotta work on getting the plastic out. It went pretty easily. I just used actually the old one that I had used on the last one and the bit out of that set. So I might keep this anyway because it's good for metal and it just seems higher quality than Milwaukee versus the Bosch and whatever Daredevil that is. But it worked, so cool. Now to get the plastic out and get the gas torch working. Okay, we're almost all ready to go. I did an initial burn just to warm it all up. That's what you see smoking now as I put a bit of clothes on top of that. Now I have another set going there. Hot pad. Any extra that's left over I'll pour into there. And the trophy is in the sand, ready to go. Just waiting for the coals to get going and we'll fire it up. Okay, we're up and running. I don't have a top. My last one, I never really needed it. So hopefully I don't need it for this one. I know it's bigger, a lot more air getting in and out, but we'll see how it is. Starting, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it's starting to get red down in the bottom. So hopefully in about 10 to 15 minutes or so, we can start getting those past failures to melt down. They're a little bit more pure than the can that's on top. You can see it. That's the last failed trophy. So hopefully this works. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this can out actually. Well, so far everything has melted except for that giant hunk of failed trophy that was most of a football, but all the other ink gets melted down already in the can, so hopefully we can get that big guy to melt down before the crucible fails, and we're in. Well, I did the pour, but it ran down the side, musted out through the bucket, down onto the ground. I don't know how much actually got in there. might have been a fail, but that was a lot of liquid metal, so we'll see if enough got down in a little bit. I hope so. Well, I don't believe it, but I didn't think it worked because the pour went a little sideways, but in its rough state, it worked. We have a trophy. It just needs some love now. Cool. Listen to that thing boil. The sound you're hearing is metal boiling. The crucible, which was a fire extinguisher I cut the top off of, I guess it got too hot. I need to get a laser thermometer, and it literally melted through the steel of the side, and well, here you have it. Listen to it. I'm not going near that thing. The whole thing, that was a, see how white that is? That's hot. Jeez. Well, it's a good thing I have a backup crucible, but man, that's gonna be a mess to clean up. Slowing down now.